Homes and businesses that flooded earlier this month now face a new threat: fungus.
The Vermont Health Department says if your building didn't dry out completely within 24 to 48 hours after the water receded, assume you have mold growing.
In tonight's Health Watch, our Christina Guestford takes a trip to central Vermont where she gets tips from experts on how to combat mycotoxin contamination.
Naturopathic physician Dr. Lauren Tessier has been waging a war against mold-related illness here at her Waterbury office for 10 years. Now, the very toxin she's been battling for more than a decade is the reason why she must leave her practice.
You can't help but take notice that my time here has been bookended by floods.
Lauren Tessier launched her practice Life After Mold following Tropical Storm Irene, motivated to educate and treat Vermonters with mold illness from water-damaged buildings. Now, a cruel irony, her business becoming a casualty.
I'm working on trying to navigate how I can get back on my feet as a provider so that way I can help my community go through what's happening right now.
Though only the basement of the building was submerged in water, Tessier says fungi particulate, including mold spores, can become airborne in high humidity, settling on hard surfaces like linoleum or absorbing into porous materials like upholstery. Mold, or so-called mycotoxins, Tessier says, are fat-soluble and can bury into our tissues through our lungs and skin.
All of our cells have fat on the inside, and all of the little pieces of machinery inside our cells are made of fat.
Tessier explains the medical community widely accepts two mainstream categories of mold illness: allergic reaction and fungal infection. Common histamine symptoms include breathing difficulties, itchy eyes, runny nose, coughing, sneezing, and rashes. There are also two major types of molds: wet and sticky.
Those molds almost look as though someone went in with a Sharpie marker and made little black dots on wood.
And dry and powdery.
And that's when we see the poofy, fuzzy, kind of fluffy mold.
Color, she stresses, doesn't matter. All are dangerous.
They can be black, they can be green, they can be white.
Often moisture where mold thrives is difficult to detect, hidden beneath baseboards, for example. That's why she's urging any home or business owner with soggy properties hire a mold removal expert.
Vermonters be Vermonters. People have actually done a great deal of the drying out work.
Green Home Solutions co-owner Robert Brown says his company is conducting an average of 10 inspections per day in central Vermont, helping people effectively evaporate moisture by improving air circulation and reducing humidity. The wait time for removal between 2 to 3 weeks. Brown says he's encouraged by the outpouring of volunteers, tearing out drywall and pulling up carpet, strategies paramount to staving off mold growth.
And then we're following behind to help them detail it.
Details like isolating infected areas by sealing doors and draping plastic to prevent cross-contamination. Professionals like his team can identify evidence of mold growth. He cautions blowing fans on spots where mold has already formed will only spread the spores. Another big mistake he's seeing people make?
They'll have like 3 dehumidifiers going in their basement and like 5 fans or whatever, but they have all the windows open.
And Brown urges always wear protective equipment, goggles, gloves, and high-grade face masks in contaminated areas while you wait for a cleaning specialist. In central Vermont, Christina Guestford, Channel 3 News.